So college and stress these days seems to go hand in hand, no matter what you're studying. And to make matters worse, it's often hard to find a way to relieve that stress while still keeping up with your hectic lifestyle. So today I'm going to give you a way to both manage stress, have it be time efficient, and get volunteer hours all at the same time. And so puppy petting is my solution. I'll give you a bit of background about puppy petting. So I volunteer with an organization called Power Plaza Assistance Dogs. They're a local 401c nonprofit located in Scottsdale, Arizona, and their motto is empowering people for independence, and that's actually what the dogs I raised. And so from their website, their mission is to provide highly skilled assistance dogs to adults and children with disabilities throughout the United States, and to provide education and support for working assistance dogs teams, and to be a resource for the community for people with disabilities. So you're probably wondering, why pet puppies? There are many health benefits. So according to an article from WebMD called Pets for Depression and Health, studies show that people feel better when they have physical contact with others, and pets offer something similar. There's something naturally soothing about petting a cat on your lap, and studies have shown that petting a dog can lower your heart rate too. So now you're probably thinking, okay, well this only applies to long-term dog ownership. But I actually found an article from the Harvard Health Publications, which is a website that's run by Harvard Medical School. And at one of their libraries, they actually employ a therapy dog at their library that they've loaned out for up to 30 minutes at a time. And while no scientific study has been done, there have been fewer complaints, more smiles in the library, which is normally a tense environment for any college student, be they Harvard or not. So while we're talking about stress, you're probably wondering, well, what kind of time commitment? Am I going to be petting puppies for an hour, 3 hours? What does this look like? The commitment is not that much. In fact, one of our very own recently went to volunteer orientation. Kendall, if you want to tell us about that experience.
Yeah, actually Alex recommended that I go. Orientation wasn't very long. It was really interesting because personally I am a dog lover, and I got to pet some really cute puppies while I was there.
Yep. So you sign up online. It's about an hour, and then after you attend volunteer orientation, you're cleared. So you have access to our volunteer calendar, so you can see the dates and times that people are available. We have people there that facilitate round the clock taking care of our dogs. So if you choose to go on a weekend, you might see me. And petting times are usually capped at an hour, but if you can only go for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, there's absolutely no penalty. That's about a 10-minute car ride from here, and there's actually a bus route that I looked up, so if you don't have a car, there's still no excuse. All right. So, puppy petting. It sounds great in theory, but does it actually do anything? You might have some altruistic motives for why you want to volunteer, and I do have a few. This is an article from Applied Animal Behavior Science, and it says that the mother may be able to modify her young's behavior adaptively to the future environment by means of the stimuli provided during the immediate postnatal period, which in big fancy words just means that oftentimes in the wild, the only contact young animals have is with their mother, and so there's a crucial time between 3 to 20 weeks where they are being socialized. I also found an article from the Animal Humane Society that says usually about 3 to 4 months is when this period caps off, and that's about it. So we want to socialize our dogs. There's other ways you can get involved. There's puppy raising. This is a bit more time intensive. It takes 2 to 3 years to train the dog. There's about 90 commands that we teach them, and there's weekly training classes required. There's also puppy sitting, which is what I do. You take a dog for about a week or 2 at a time. You work on refining the commands, and you still have to take it to training class during this time. So I've offered a way that you can manage your stress, make it time efficient, and gain volunteer hours. There's actually an opportunity this week. I made this PowerPoint a few days ago. We actually had puppies this morning. So there's 3 girls and 3 boy golden retriever dogs, and they're going to be ready for their puppy raisers in February, but before that time, we need someone to socialize them. And if I have yet to convince you, I have a little video.
This is Mr. Wadsworth.
My namesake.
Start fussing with the puppy and she growls at me.
The puppy did? You can open your eyes. Open your eyes and let everybody see.
She's actually,
Like a little
it
polar
seems
bear.
that she's just taking a video by actually having him on his back, and the way she's rubbing him is just getting him used to being in certain different situations that he might encounter.
You're
It
just
takes
asleep.
up to $10,000 to train these dogs from conception to when they're placed with a person, and so it's vital that they're properly socialized when they're young so that money and time isn't wasted. Okay. So it's 1 hour a week, 15 minutes away. The address is right there. What more do you need? I challenge you to get up and get involved, go pet some puppies and find out, and you can find out why dogs are a college student's best friend.
What did you like about Alex's speech?